Hello there, and welcome to what's going to be episode 4 of the third season of the Savage Lands. And, well, I've done some preparations in between. So, first off, I assigned some new jobs, so we have now in a total 40 apartments here in the making. I mean, surely it's going to wait, it's going to take quite some time until these are truly fully staffed out. But, well, we're going to work on that, shall we? Because in the last episode, we also had quite the problems in reaching an area where there was wood. I have now made myself a way that, well, at least will lead to a pillar down there. That's the only thing that I already know. But beyond that, we'll see. So when we go all the way downstairs here, we will end in this pillar here. And I just hope that we will find some more clues that'll help us to set foot into the cavern somehow, because we need to get there. Or we wait until the trees here have grown on their own. But I don't know how long that'll take. Soon the first year of Praise Lashes is over, and, well, we're going to see where this will lead us. I have the vague impression as if as soon as the trees on the surface will truly start growing, the whole wood situation here will be very, very lush. But until then, it's not. And until then, nobody here has a bed. That's what's concerning me the most. Nobody here has the opportunity to sleep well. They all just cuddle up on the hand and sleep on the floor. Doesn't feel right to me. They need private space. Everybody of them. That's what we're going to work on. That's why I'm desperately trying to crack open the caverns and find some spot where we're just going to be able to carve out some trees and get ourselves a stable and safe foothold in the caverns, because I'm actually already hosting a total of 2 armed dwarves here. Yeah, now the enemy should be afraid. So that means we can at least set up a rudimentary defense if necessary. But there's again nothing breaching the monotony of this place here. It seems as if this is really one extremely deep cavern layer 2, layer 1. I'm still not sure if this is right though. So, well, we'll see about that. As soon as I have enough dwarves here to make sure to employ enough people at arms, we're going to open the old fortress. But I don't dare to open the old fortress with just 2 armed dwarves that we have geared up as good as we could with the pilfered weapons from the stashes down there. Okay, so let's get deeper and let's see where this will end. Here we go. Because I'm still missing one entire cavern layer, you know? An entire cavern layer. That's a little bit much, isn't it? So, nevertheless, we're going to go and carve out a bit of a room here. Okay, I think I just found what I was looking for. So, interesting. This is a smooth wall as well. And, yeah, here we go. That's layer 2 for us. But, yeah, no trees. Not a single tree has been seen here on the first glance, and oh, what brutality. That's truly cruel. I mean, gotta say that, yeah, that's grim. Because that means that we're going to have to either go for the deepest layers available, or we're going to have to fight us, have a constant battle with the amphibians guarding the stuff down there at the first layer. Yeah, worst case scenario, eh? It's quite interesting to have these things here in between every now and then. So, I get glimpses of the old fortress here. also some glimpses of the treasures that are stored in there. That's the most interesting part so far. Okay, so, well, that's just it. That means we might as well take this staircase here, because logistically, this one here is, you know, at least close to the city. Jeez, oh boy. Not really our lucky day here, so, this expedition here has its difficulties here, so much is sure. But where we don't have any difficulties, that's when it comes down to the topic of food. We're totally stacked out with food and drink. Farms are running well. Our planter is developing his skills accordingly. So, yeah, we got really everything to be everything in motion to be feeling good about this. But well, let's talk about this here. So I'm going to put this here for now on the hotkey of F5, so I can find it real quick. So we got to set up a base camp somehow here. So that means I would like to be somewhere up. You know, maybe this slope here. Maybe we go there, huh? Alright, so we're going to set our way over to this place. Because I want to set up a real base camp down here, you know? We got to settle it down somehow. Alright, should go one more deeper. And then we can utilize this platform here. It ain't much, but it leads to the actual road, which seems to be a bridge, actually. Yeah. Alright. So, there we go. But at least that should give me some foothold down here. Okay, so here goes a corridor. And now this will be the new barracks. And we already hit the map's border. Damn. That was unforeseen. Okay, whatever. So we're going to be working with something like that. Or actually more like this. I'll set up a wall here right away again. So this will be the entry and the exit point. Here we will have a tiny little abode where we store some stuff that you need to live. Drinks, food, mugs, those things. Civilization. Alrighty. Prepared meals, and last but not least, the mugs. Alright. That should do the trick for starters. And then, of course, we're going to require tables and chairs. And that should be enough for the beginning. Okay. We're going to require a lot of effort to get this really going, but it's a start, you know? And technically, the soldiers I got should be able to defend us, so it's time to set up a third person. I got a doctor here. Do I already have a hospital? Did I forget something? Nah. I just happen to have a doctor. Okay. Interesting. So we're going to assign this next guy here into military duty because, you know, it's just that important to have armed forces available as fast as possible, especially if I plan to breach into the caverns ASAP. As a matter of fact, I plan to set up the barracks of the citadels of Luring actually down here and no longer up there. I was just an intermediary action here. Let's make this like that. And this is going to be their new center of operation. There we go. It'll take a moment for them to pack their things and get on over there, but it's a nice start. And we're now going to pack up this corridor here with stone fall traps. It's not much, but it's the least we can do. Then a door here, a bridge there, and then I feel not so bad about this anymore. Here it goes. Alright. So to make living down here a little bit less demanding... Oh, I don't even have enough turret blocks. Whoa! I didn't mean to build walls. Oh, I had that wonderful misclick again. I love that. Alright, so once the military is up and running, we're going to open up that thing. The caverns, I mean. And we're going to carefully extract some wood out of the depths. I assume that 3 soldiers should be enough to take out pretty much everything that's going to be too dangerous for us to tackle, but at the same time, I really want to be cautious about that. Therefore, my plan is to install some hatches on top of these staircases so we can actually seal this thing off if anything really terrible happens. It's the first granite of the year on 118, just a couple of days more, and Praise Lashes is... The reclamation of Praise Lashes is officially 1 year ongoing. That's a good omen, I'd say. But as usual, that'll mean this year will be free of migrants. That means we're going to have to work with the forces we got here, unless somebody wants to join us voluntarily. It might be the case, you know. After all, we're opening up the caverns and all, so probably we get lucky in that regard. Probably, but most likely not. Alright, the hatches. So let's do this. Because you see, there is quite a lot of fighting going on. Those amphibian spear creatures, they do pack up quite a fight, obviously. There's permanent fighting down there. Makes me a tad bit nervous, to say the least. But whatever. It ain't that much of a big deal, in all honesty. Most importantly, we have the soldiers here around the corner, and we can fight when we see it necessary. So, I'm not opening anything before I have linked that lever, you know, because I somehow expect the amphibian duties to swarm into my fortress the moment I flick that lever, so the moment I break open that wall. So let's see, we got a novice X-Dwarf, a dabbling X-Dwarf, and an adequate X-Dwarf. Well, alright. It's as good as it gets, I suppose. Alright. Let's see, did the spring bring some trees? Nah, would have been too good to be true. Alright, the lever will be linked soon, and I figured that we can and should do something out of the situation as it is, you know? I noticed that we are pretty much stuck here with the current situation, so I decided that we're going to put up a tavern and a inn here just where we're standing. You know, why not? It's just like probably the easiest way of getting ourselves through this. You know, we have to work around these things somehow, and due to the fact that I don't have any real containers available, I'm not opening up more turret blocks here. We're going to go for a very, very basic look here. We're going to smooth the walls and engrave them afterwards. Old school dwarven style, so to say. Now let's see. Here's everything set up, isn't it? Yeah, perfect. So let's get this party started, shall we? This thing will be chopped open, and then yeah, the hatches are also already there. So if anything too terrible happens, we just slam down the hatches and see if those three heroes can deuce it out or not. If not, they're just going to stay there until we can reclaim their bodies. It's basically a quite foolproof plan, except for the fact that we shouldn't take the lives of our fellow dwarfs here so lightly. But currently nothing gets done because it's smoothing time, you know? Smoothorama. Dwarven smoothorama. It's just, if you could do it like that. Here, let's put that onto priority 2 so the miners should do their thing. It's my own fault. Put things all together on the same priority. It's the same as if there is no priority anymore. Okay, so, yeah. Welcome to the jungle. I hope those rock traps will at least bring me some alleviation for a while. That the worst of the worst will be noticed and weakened in time. But we'll see about that. I'm very concerned about the fact that we got those ambushes here. The ambushes give me the impression and the idea that this place will be constantly racked by underground dwellers, basically. There are fortresses where there's just, you know, somehow a civilization of those critters around the corner. I don't know how that really comes together. Game's pretty hard to read in that regard, but whatever. So we're going to put up the dining hall because I feel like it is about time that we at least get ourselves the basics of happy dwarves, you know. The tavern and dining hall are the least that we can do. So we also need rock coffers. I don't think I'm making these already. There we go. So tavern only needs booze and a sufficiently large dance hall. 5-on-5 suffices, so we're safe here. Then we need some place where we're storing goblets and the like. So people have some... Oh, that's the wrong thing. Finished goods, it has to be, not furniture. Would be a bit of a big goblet. Alright, so that's so far so good. Let's see. Ah, the first giant toad has found his way into our traps. Neat. It's especially neat because that means that nobody of my military had to get in there, and you know, those rock traps, they're virtually free. They are 0 cost because boulders are, you know, I doubt it that you will ever run out of boulders in your fortress, and if you ever do, send me a screenshot, I want to see that. So, in a nutshell, it ain't bad. Most importantly, we have now access to the old fortress from a interesting angle that I didn't foresee. Anywho, let's grab us some of our juicy fungi wood. Do we even have a woodcutter still? Yes, I do. Alright. Let's just hope that really somebody comes around and picks up that nasty looking corpse there. And finally we got ourselves some logs. As dangerous as it might be to grab that stuff here, but it's still better than no wood at all, you know? And judging from what I saw on the surface, most likely there will be timber available in the long run there as well. It just didn't grow when we embarked here, but the whole place here is littered with saplings, so This is only a matter of time until we have trees to no end here. Oh, reminding me of this bridge here. I want a lever for that. Yeah, let's put that lever in front of the dining hall. I think that's amazing. It's an amazing idea. And let's make that here. Or tavern. So we got ourselves at least some basics down, you know. Living like a normal civilized being. Alright, so gem cutting is something we should do now as well, or do we? Nah, not yet. I need bins, I need beds, I need everything at once. It's a torture, you know. Also, there's a lot of creepy crawlers here. Don't ask me why. So, yeah. The giant toad corpse is just not getting picked up, eh? Well, anyhow. Migrants! I didn't expect you folks. Usually you guys come not until the later stages of the year. So I guess that will be the last wave for a while. I mean, I'm positively surprised. That means we got ourselves a lot of helping hands. My goodness, I didn't expect so many people. Jeez. Nice. Seriously, I'm very happy. Although it surprises me to no end. But let's see. Is there anybody legendary here? A legendary administrator? Is it that? No. Oh my goodness. This guy is a Grandmaster Fighter. Okay. Cool. The Lance of Faith. Former militia. Wait a sec. I know the Lance of Faith. Wow, guys, you know who that is? That's a war hero from our old fortress. Ah, that's so cool. So, we actually got people from the Lance of Faith. Yeah, these guys are coming from my old fortress here. These are Brightness Portal Dwarves. Cool. So probably this entire migrant wave has happened because we had so many people there. And we even got ourselves a new legendary planter. I bet this is also a... yeah, the Lance of Faith. If I'm not mistaken, our current is something else. Give me a sec, that's... so... yeah, the Petals of Luck. That's our current... it's a current thing. That's damn cool, I gotta admit. So, yeah. Creed of Tweeting. Lance of Faith. So, probably a lot of people that we already knew from the last conquest just come here. Tun Silvery Points. I can't remember this guy, but I surely know one thing for sure. He's going to be the squad leader of another squad later. Gosh. Or will I give him his own squad right away? Or nah, we're going to give this guy the rank of the militia commander. No bad blood here, my man, but this guy is a fighting machine, you know. In my imagination, he just gave up the rank eagerly to a established hero, you know. I mean, let's see. Yeah, this guy was on the conquest in the south. So I wonder if this is probably one of the lost dwarfs, you know, from the last campaign. I mean, that would be insanely fun, because that would mean that they never really got lost. whatever. So that's really one strange occurrence. But in all honesty, I don't mind at all. This is by far one of the coolest unexpected things that has happened during this playthrough so far. That Shinmistum dwarves, battle-hardened and grizzled from the southern conquests, seek citizenship here, you know? That's pretty cool. I bet these guys were adventure seekers that heard that we were claiming a fortress that had been brought to ruin by an ancient beast, and now they're eager, you know? These guys, they killed quite their fair share of ancient beasts themselves. So, that's pretty cool. That's really, really damn cool, gotta say. So, let's see. Yeah, grackles, I remember those. So I really wonder if this isn't part of the old or Forsaken patrol that I lost due to a bug there. That would be pretty cool. That would mean that they got added into my fortress retroactively, but whatever. That's just okay. Well, we're getting our hands on some trees here. But soon there's the water, and where there's the water, we cannot proceed. It's just a small island that we're currently inhabiting here. I don't like that. No. So this guy is not, he's, this Domas person is not a good fit for this job. Take the potash maker instead. Somebody whose ability to grasp is somewhat impaired is not necessarily the best pick for the upcoming military squad, isn't it? So, let's see. Check it out. Beds are being made. Hell yeah. That means we're getting closer in our endeavor of whoa, that's nonsense. Of turning this into a proper city. It also means that the exploration of the old fortress is no longer a silly risk. We actually can consider that by now. I'm quite happy with these progressions. I didn't expect the arrival of Shinmistum war dwarfs, but it's surely cool to see that what you did in your campaign before has some sort of impact on your later gameplay. It's amazing. That's truly, truly amazing. Alright. Logs are being grabbed, as you can see here. We finally got ourselves some wood available. So these two trees here are still there. But beyond that, I don't see that much more that we can grab. That's going to be really, really a exciting little endeavor here, to put into friendly words. Alright, that one we can't chop down as well. So at least we will have some wood to work with, right? And that'll mean that this city pod here can at least get finished. We're still going to leave the first dining hall and the first tavern upstairs, because basically, you know, as a remnant of, or a memory of those times when we had to work out like that. But it's soon about time that we're going to bring up some temples here into the actual city. Just spread some more happiness and some prayers to Bukar. And Nashas, of course, you know. Alright, I'll leave it there for today. We opened the caverns. We formed a military squad, a successful one. We greeted heroes from our old fortress back. I mean, look at these guys. They even got the same configuration they had when I had them in the old fortress. So yeah, good news. We actually can get ourselves here acquainted with experienced and powerful dwarves. Leave me your comments down below. I'm really happy to hear from you. As usual, leave a thumbs up on the video if you want to support. I'd be deeply appreciating if you did. A subscription to the channel is a cost-free way of supporting me, and if you'd be so kind, I'd be really delighted. And you can just get yourself the bell thingy if you want to be notified whenever new stuff from me hits town. So, last pointer is towards the playlist for the Savage Lands. Seasons 1 and 2 are waiting for you. You can check out what who these people that came to this fortress actually were, and I think that's freaking awesome. That being said, I hope you have a grand day, and see you soon.